What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's doing all right. I know it's been a little minute, but yesterday I recorded my Mistborn review finally. I know I've been overhyping it. It was actually kind of cringe. So I don't know, I might see what I can do editing it, but I might end up re-recording it. I don't know. My heart wasn't really completely into it. But kind of change of plans. I wanted to try something new. I don't know if anyone saw my channel intro, but I'm also pretty into philosophy. Mostly Buddhism, and I really like Stoicism as well. And a lot of stuff's been helping me out lately, especially with all the Corona stuff going on. I don't know if I would really recommend this one exactly. Just this copy at least. There's a lot of misspelling in here, and that makes me wonder if it's correct translation or not. And yeah, it's crazy. Beginning of the year, I was like, it's over. I'm gonna make this year my bitch. And literally like a week after, everything got shut down. And it's been rough since then. But now that we kind of get the idea of how things are, I'm like, no, enough's enough. This year's still gonna be my bitch, no matter what. I'm not gonna let anything stop me. Stoicism's been helping me a lot with that. Been working out a lot lately and stuff. Might actually do some videos on that in the future. Basically, yeah, I've been reading through I've already read this like a couple times. Lately, I've just been reading like a couple pages a day just to let it soak in, because yeah, you could read this super quickly and then just forget about it the next day. So I feel like to really absorb it and put it to use, read it slowly, digest it, and it's more about application in your everyday life than just reading it, of course. But yeah, I've just got this medicine ball my brother-in-law gave me, and I've been using some resistance bands as well. Getting shredded, my sons. That's right. Yeah, earlier this year I weighed the least I've ever weighed in my life. Like, I'm usually around 140, and I weighed like under 120, believe it or not. Right now I just weighed myself today and I weigh 156. So, and I've only been really working hard like the last couple weeks. But anyways, my whole point of this what I wanted to do is, since I'm reading just like a page or two every day, I just want to go through it with you guys. We'll see. I didn't pick out anyone specifically. I'm just going to read the page that I'm on, and we'll talk about it. And yeah, I think I might do this. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to call it like daily stoicism or something, but probably end up doing it maybe once a week or something like that. All right, let's just get started. So the first one is, everything that comes into being has a purpose, a role, a place in the web of existence. A horse, a tree, a stream, the grass, the sun. What is your purpose? To enjoy pleasure? See what reason and common sense have to say about that. Nature doesn't just create and sustain things, it also directs them to their purpose. This one's pretty interesting. It kind of talks about multiple ideas. Just a lot of the excerpts in here, a lot of them are talking about the same thing, but just rewording it in different ways. But yeah, everything in life has its purpose. Even if it doesn't do anything, that's still its purpose, you know? And everything has like a life to actualize, something to strive for and like be the best you can be, no matter what it is. But then it goes into, what is your purpose? To enjoy pleasure. See what reason and common sense have to say about that. Yeah, I think like a lot of people just chase pleasure always, and they don't think about whether things are really good or bad for you in the long run. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty obvious, especially with examples like fast food, like, or foods in general. Like, yeah, things taste good, obviously are not good for you if that's all you eat. Or same thing with drugs and alcohol, whatever. All because they talk about it a lot in Stoicism. Just because something's pleasurable does not mean that it's good for you. If something's unpleasurable or painful, it doesn't mean that it's bad for you either. You're supposed to like detach your feelings of pleasure and all that from what you're actually doing, and just look at the long run, what's actually right or wrong and good for you, using your reason. Nature doesn't just create and sustain things, it also directs them to their purpose. I don't know, that's you could think about that one for a while. I feel like it's almost, I don't know, if I'm going to apply it to how things are right now, everything's like under pressure. Usually good things come out of pressure, even though it sucks. It's like nature will direct things to their purpose. You know, we learn from the bad. I don't know, that one you could think about for a while, but I want to get onto these other ones. All right, the next one is, focus on the task at hand and give it your full attention, whether you are acting, speaking, reading, or thinking by yourself and forming an opinion about something. It's pretty short and simple. It's funny how much of this stuff coincides with Buddhism also. Being present, being in the moment. A lot of Buddhist philosophy too is like, do one thing at a time and put your all into doing one thing. You know, you could have a lot of things going on, but just take little bits by little bits and just put your whole heart into what you're doing in that moment. Like, yeah, I know, especially for me, when I feel my worst is when I've got like tons of stuff going on in my head and I can't think straight. So if you can just focus on one thing at a time, you can still do all those things, but it makes it a lot more easier to manage if you've got your full focus and attention on it. And for me, that's like being present in Buddhism. It's just being there, being alert, being focused and in the moment. All right, this next one, the some of these are like talking about stuff from back in the day, but you just have to fill it with examples from today. So the communal baths disgust you because they're full of sweat, oil, dirt, and filthy water. Well, get over it. Bodily life is inherently messy. This is a pretty good one as well. Also, to relate it to Buddhism, like Siddhartha or whatever, the Buddha, he always says like humans are disgusting, and who knows what really happened or not, but there's stories of him showing examples of like cutting open a human body or showing a dead body just to show people how disgusting it really is. Not to be negative or anything or weird, but just to show the reality of what we really are and what life is, to accept it. And this is kind of saying the same thing, I think. All right, let's check this next one. You have 3 relationships. First to your own body, second to the divine source of all in existence, third to your fellow human beings. And so you have 3 responsibilities. First, to use your reason to master your body and make right judgments. Second, to gratefully accept all that happens in the universe. Third, to treat all people with justice and generosity. That one's pretty deep too. I'll have to think about that for a minute. All right, anyways, so yeah, first for yourself, of course. I mean, that's the thing that I'm trying to focus on the most right now. With all this going on, all you really can do is focus on yourself, I feel like. It's forcing me to do it because it's too much. If you're worrying about the entire world and everything that's going on, like you're just going to drive yourself crazy right now. That's why I've been really trying to get into working out, and that's really when I started reading too, all the fantasy books and all that. Just trying to push myself to do more things. But also health, I feel. Health to me is like number one. I don't know. People in my family, like my grandpa, my uncle, they always tell me school, education is up here, way higher than anything else. And I think that's important. And I get what they're trying to tell me. But for me, health is the most important, physical and mental health. Because I can't do anything if I don't feel good. Or if I feel like I'm not taking care of myself, it really does affect my whole life. It's really a night and day difference when I'm doing the things that I need to for myself. And I think most people agree with that unless they're lying to themselves. Yeah, and another point of Buddhism is they say like you can't love or help anyone else before you help yourself. I mean, you've got to help yourself first and be taking care of yourself in order to be present for other people, which I think is definitely true. And there's another example I read somewhere. I think it was like an example of gymnastics or something. If one person's worrying about what the other person is doing too much and they mess up, then it ruins it for both of them. So if each person is focusing on themselves and just doing the best they can, that's the best, and they just trust each other. Let the other person handle their business. The second one, relationship to the divine source of all life and existence. That one I'm not sure what to think about, to be honest. I don't know. They do talk about it like the gods and everything a lot in here, but they also don't talk about it like it's, I don't know, like it's like a strong belief or anything. It's just more of a, I don't know, like a metaphor or something. Like they say a lot, whether the gods are real or not, this is still right. So I'm not sure exactly what he means by the divine source of all life and existence. Maybe he's just talking about like your spirituality or like connection to life, but it's a responsibility to gratefully accept all that happens in the universe. That's something obviously I think we all struggle with. It's so easy to blame other people and other things for what's going on, but everything happens for a reason and things just are the way they are. It's stupid to expect things of the world that are just, it's just not how it is. Like you could try to push things towards that direction that you believe in, but to just sit and complain about it is pointless. That's something I've been trying to work on a lot lately. Also, just saying thanks more often. Like I'm not really religious, but I kind of feel like there's something to saying prayers every day. Just saying what you're thankful for and showing appreciation for what you have in your life. Where I live, especially, like people have everything they could possibly really want, and there's a lot of people who are still miserable. And then third is to treat all people with justice and generosity. Yeah, especially talking about respect. A lot of people just demand respect all the time. If they're disrespecting themselves and automatically disrespecting other people as well, like don't ever expect people to respect you. It's not even a conscious decision by people. It's just human nature. But if you respect yourself and you give other people benefit of the doubt, you know, that's how you build mutual respect. Of course, if someone's straight up toxic, it's best probably just to leave them alone. All right, this next one, whether you are addressing the Senate or a servant in your own home, use the same manner of speaking. Be simple, direct, humble, and honest. That's just a pretty simple rule. That kind of goes in with the respect thing. Just treat other people with respect. Don't think that just because you have more or you're in a higher position than someone that you're better than them. It's just not true. Like you would not be there if it's not for everyone else that's involved. Best to just show appreciation. All right, the next one. If you earn or inherit money or property, Manage it wisely, without arrogance. If it is lost, stolen, or otherwise taken away, let it go without tears. Whenever people make money, everyone always says, just hold on to it because it could be gone. You don't know what the future holds. You never know. Like, things can be taken away so easily. Oh, but I guess this is talking more specifically about if you inherit something. Like, yeah, don't dad or grandpa or something dies and you get a bunch of money. Don't go bragging about it and just blowing it everywhere. Like, be like, yeah, I'm really lucky to have this money that was given to me, you know? And if something happens to it and it disappears, well, it wasn't yours in the first place. I don't know. That would still suck, but I mean, it is what it is. Like, if there's nothing you can do about it, let it go. I think that's the point, especially if it was given to you. All right, this is the last one I'm going to read today. Just finished out these 2 pages. So this one is, have you ever seen a hand, foot, or limb severed from the body? That's what a person is like who acts antisocially, severing himself or herself from humanity. Thankfully, even if you cut yourself off from the community, you have the power to return and rejoin it. A severed hand isn't so lucky, so be grateful to the universe from which you can never be separated, and to the human family which you can always be reunited. I was actually just thinking about this a lot because with all this stuff going on, I was like, I just want to get away. Because like, what is it going to take to just live out in the wild alone? Like, I was thinking about taking some survival courses or something, which I think I might still do just to know it. But I don't know, the more I was looking into stuff like that, a lot of people were saying like, yeah, humans got to where they are today because of our group and social aspects. Like, no one can do everything alone. I mean, you can, but you might really struggle. You know, the more help you have, the better, I think. But yeah, I've definitely been through periods of my life where I've isolated myself from others. Usually when I'm feeling down, I don't want to bring other people down, so I just isolate myself, which I think usually doesn't really help things in the long run, but like, eventually you're always gonna have to come back, and luckily you can. Also makes me think about some people I know who have committed suicide and stuff. Some of them, they think that they've made too many mistakes in their life that they can't come back from it. I've felt like that myself before, and it's just not true. I mean, maybe there's some extreme exceptions, but usually you're just not living up to other people's expectation. That doesn't mean anything. Like, you can always come back. Everyone has a chance to redeem themselves, I think. There's plenty of people who have done it. All right, I think that's good for today. A lot of these things take a long time to think about and process. It just brings a lot of stuff to mind, different topics. And I don't know, maybe that helped some people out with some stuff they're going through. I think I'm gonna do this once a week. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, anyone who did. And take care of yourself, like we just read. Be healthy. Got that Mistborn review coming soon. And yeah, I may do some workout progress videos as well, I'm thinking about. Right now I'm just practicing different exercises with the equipment I got, and I really want to get a routine set before I do anything like that. But yeah, all right guys, later.